Hi everyone, so my name is Madeline and I am here to present for you today my startup, which is called Measure Fresh. So Measure Fresh solves the problem that is too long of a cook time. So in the process of cooking and baking, too much time is spent both looking for measuring cups and also measuring out those ingredients, which results in a longer cook time. So Mike is a young adult and a college graduate that just started a full-time job. He works a 9 to 5 at the Florida State Capitol. He enjoys going to the gym after work, and he spends a lot of time either at his apartment or going out for drinks with his friends at night. He's a very sociable guy. He enjoys interacting with and meeting other people, and he believes that staying busy is key to staying motivated and enjoys living a fast-paced life. He's 23 years old. He makes roughly 45K a year with his job at the Florida State Capitol, and he pays $1,500 for rent in Tallahassee, and his apartment is 15 minutes away from the Capitol, which is where he works. So this is the competitor table. So Magical Butter and ClearSpace are my two biggest competitors. Magical Butter is just a measuring cup. So in terms of ingredient storage and freshness, this doesn't really apply to the business. And then with ClearSpace, there is a no built-in measuring system, but it does have that food storage that guarantees freshness. And with Measure Fresh, it guarantees all of these things, good measurements, a built-in measurement system. It keeps the ingredients fresh. It's easy to clean. And it keeps the food fresh as well. So Measure Fresh stores measured out ingredients so that you don't have to worry about the hassle of finding measuring cups when cooking. So how it works. So basically, Measure Fresh is a 3-compartment food storage container, and each compartment is separated by dividers. So what you do is when all the dividers are out, you pour in the first compartment ingredient that you want. You put the divider in when you get the desired amount in there, and each compartment has a metric system on it, a little metric system sticker that can help you measure those ingredients out as well, and also designate which ingredient is measured out and where and how much is measured out. And then once you do the first one, you put the divider in, then you can measure another ingredient, section that off with the divider, put another ingredient in, and then you put on the lid. And so when you need it, you can take off the lid of the top compartment and pour out the measured ingredients, and you can take out the divider and pour out the next ingredient and so forth. So for the gross profit model, why is this doing this? Okay, the gross profit model. So for materials, it's going to be a total of about $16.47. The containers and the rubber strip I both found on Amazon. And then the gross profit margin, industry standard is 40%. Measure Fresh is 35%, but that will increase within the next 3 years we're hoping, up to the gross profit margin of the industry standard. And then for outsourcing, the first year, we're not going to do outsourcing. The second year, we're going to, with how many products we'll be selling, and it's going to be $3,000 per month. This keep happening. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, operating model. It's perfect. Okay, so here's some of the operating expenses. So the first half is really my tech stack, marketing $13 per month, user flow $200 a month, Amazon $39.99. That's where I'm going to be selling the product. Figma's for the prototype, and Swagger is for the user analytics. And then the next part is for LLC fees and insurance. $125 a year for LLC. Insurance is $600 a year. And then these are the additional costs at the very bottom. So marketing, I'm going to put $1,000 aside each month. And then rent, once we do get a place for the operating, it's going to be $7,000 a month. And then outsourcing, which is probably going to happen the second year, is $3,000 a month. And then here's my tech stack. Again, marketing Canva, Userflow, Figma, Swagger, and then Amazon. So here are all my break evens. So year one is 13,202, and year two is 69,452, and year three is 566,862. So we have a pretty consistent growth there. So for working capital, so these are the payment assumptions for both suppliers and customers. For suppliers, 30 days will give the company enough time to process the orders, create the product, and get the payment from the customers. And 60 days will be considered once the company has grown within the first year of sales. And this will provide a more extended time period for the invoices due. And we'll be able to collect the payment from the customers and get the customer orders in prior to the invoice due date. And then for customers, 30 days will be the default payment term. For customers, this will give them a reasonable time to get the funds that they need to do this. So sorry, I keep okay. And then in year 2, customers who make the payment anytime before the due date will have free shipping of the product. By then, the company will be able to cover that expense of shipping for customers that have paid prior to the due date. In my investment model, okay, investment model. So small business loan, broad requirements to apply, variety of amounts a startup can request for the loan. So it can be anywhere from 7,000 to 100,000, which would be perfect for my business. The only risks with this is it's slow approval process. So it will take a long time for Measure Fresh to be approved for this loan. And then the loan will also probably request a down payment. And then also having a loan is just another liability that I'll have to worry about. So that's another issue. And then the payback assumption is 10 years. And then the 3 biggest concerns I have for the company. So the small business loan is one, that's a liability. Maintaining gross profit margin is another really big one. And then also marketing. The marketing is going to be very expensive considering the projections that I want to have for selling the product. And the assumptions that I'll be selling quite a bit of product by year 3. For every product I sell, I'll have to increase marketing to sell more. So that is a big issue. But overall, Measure Fresh is a startup that can be a great investment considering the demand in the market. Measure Fresh does a pretty good job at keeping up with the industry trends according to the assumptions that I've made about it. And I think it would be a really great addition to the Tupperware market.